Kill him! The assassin must suffer as Remus suffered.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at the hardest dungeons and challenges in Assassin's Creed games.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
The Gates of Atlantis, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Deep into Odyssey, you'll arrive at Atlantis and meet Pythagoras, who tells you that he's your real father and has been kept alive for hundreds of years by the Staff of Hermes, an Isu relic. Then, he tasks you with going out into Greece and finding 4 Atlantis artifacts, defeating 4 bosses to get your hands on them. These fights are the hardest in the base game, particularly Medusa, who remains one of the hardest bosses in the entire franchise to defeat. Only the Sphinx is easy, since you don't actually fight her, and instead solve her painfully simple riddles. The other 3, though, are extremely challenging, and all of this is required to get the true ending of the game.
Can't believe I killed the Minotaur!
Co-op missions, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Dumas' counter is to invite the assassins to compete. The winners of the tournament get to meet Marcour in person, win the tournament, and kill the Templar conspirators.
Though the tournament is the most difficult and notorious of Unity's co-op missions, the truth is that many of them are unreasonably hard now because they're designed for having 2, 3, or 4 players. Though Unity's disastrous launch was over a decade ago, and the game is phenomenal if you play it on Xbox Series X, PS5, or a decent PC, running at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second on consoles, many still haven't given it a second chance. So, it's still near impossible to find enough people to play these co-op missions with. It is, of course, possible to complete all of them on your own, especially if you're skilled enough, but it's always going to be worse than doing it with your friends.
That's a wrap. Probably time to get out of there.
Naval Missions, Assassin's Creed 3.
Hold the bay while I engage the main fleet. Should any British ships dare approach, destroy them. They must be kept from Yorktown.
Let's be honest, it was always baffling that Assassin's Creed 3 had naval combat. It makes sense given how important navies were to assuring world dominance in the 18th century, but Connor becoming the captain of the Aquila and engaging in ship battles is odd nonetheless. Of course, this was all preparation for Black Flag the following year, but the mechanics were clunkier and more limited than they'd go on to be in subsequent naval-focused AC games. As well as that, some of the naval missions added in DLC aren't ship-based at all. They lead you to Central America for complex platforming dungeons that are challenging but extremely fun, ultimately rewarding you with Captain Kidd's treasure. Bounty Hunts, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Come on, too slow! A strange woman is after me! Help!
Of all Syndicate's side content, from glitchy carriage rides to the repetitive but rewarding child liberation missions, the bounty hunts might be the trickiest. For full synchronization, you have to kidnap a Templar leader alive and take them to a nearby carriage, then deliver them to the police.
Get me out of here!
You can kill them and make it slightly easier, but even then, you're left carrying the body through a restricted area crawling with Templars and Blighters. Planning out the best route and stealthily taking down other enemies so that your target doesn't run away can take a while, especially late in the game when they're at their hardest.
I'll take it easy on him. Thank you.
Tombs of the Fallen, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The Tombs of the Fallen were part of Valhalla's massive amount of post-launch free content, along with plenty of pricey DLCs. Eivor can find these secret tombs across England, learning in the process about the key figures in the Roman conquest of Britain. In lore, Emperor Nero ordered that these tombs be hidden and defended, which turned every single one into a huge puzzle dungeon. We didn't have any classic dungeons like this in Valhalla before, just environmental puzzles to find collectibles, so it was fun to have them back. However, they take a lot of time and lateral thinking to get through, with multiple smaller puzzles and stages blocking you from progressing. They're perhaps trickier and more time-consuming than Valhalla's many bosses.
Defeated, I drank poison rather than give myself to their sweaty hands. I am Boudica.
The Massif Keys, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
And if he does not, we get more. The assassin! Go! Go!
You're required to find all 5 of the enigmatic Massif keys to progress the story in Revelations, which is half about freeing Constantinople and half about Ezio unlocking the secrets of Altair's library. Each key brings with it memories of Altair's later life and is needed to open the door beneath Massif Castle, but they've been scattered throughout Constantinople.
Give me some room!
They lead to big platforming sequences with impressive set pieces, easily the best in the series up to that point, and that's a high bar, especially considering Revelation's story also ends with a parachute chase and a battle to the death while falling from a cliff. You'll need all of your platforming skills just to complete them. The last 3 assassinations, Assassin's Creed.
No! I won't give up my
We could have put finding all the flags or defeating all the Templars here, but the first game's difficulty is at its peak in the final third. With each trio of assassination targets Altair takes down, the more the soldiers become aware of him. By the end, his notoriety is at its peak, and it's impossible to move around the cities freely. You have to make use of hiding spots, blending opportunities, and helpful groups of scholars to get around without aggroing legions of guards. On top of that, after performing an assassination, Altair's escape from each city is even more challenging, and it's worse if you do end up running into one of these Templars while trying to flee. The Assassin Tombs, Assassin's Creed 2. The original Assassin's Creed Challenge dungeons were the Assassin Tombs in the second game. There were 6, each containing a unique key that Ezio needed to unlock the armor of Altair kept in the sanctuary of Montergione. With the platforming significantly improved between the first 2 games, these tombs tested your mastery of the controls with long platforming sequences inside many of Italy's most famous landmarks. Florence Cathedral and St. Mark's Basilica are clear highlights, showing off the internal architecture. You'll have plenty of time to appreciate the finer details as Ezio falls to his death over and over again. Plantation Liberations, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. Throughout Without Haiti, Adewale can free slaves in various ways. He can help them escape, prevent them from being transported, or liberate entire plantations. These plantation missions, however, can be challenging because if Adewale isn't stealthy enough, the overseers will start executing slaves to try and discourage you. There are also many additional steps and a few key different objectives each plantation will give you, since you may also need to find keys or unlock pens. Worse, even if you liberate all the plantations, they'll eventually reopen with new slaves. Completing these missions many times is necessary to unlock all the rewards Hades' rebel fighters offer, as well as ensuring their help in the story. Lairs of Romulus, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Like the Assassin Tombs, the Lairs of Romulus all need to be completed for Ezio to unlock the best armor in the game, the Armor of Brutus. We're not sure when Brutus used it, since he certainly wasn't wearing it when he helped Aya to assassinate Caesar in Origins, but it was his at some point. The Lairs are also more varied, encompassing platforming puzzles along with chases and even an enemy gauntlet deep underground. All of Ezio's skills as an assassin and fighter are put to the test, and your reward is the armor set and the knowledge of who the sinister followers of Romulus really are.
Only the Borgia speak through him, not your god.
Romulus said that the assassin must die.
Let us know in the comments which Assassin's Creed challenges took you the longest to complete.
What adventure awaits within?
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.